Hey guys, what's up? It's Sunny. Welcome. Thanks for joining us today. Yo, why do you have your headphones on if I could hear the volume?
Oh, my bad, bro. Aren't you doing the webinar today, by the way?
Yeah, I'm doing it right now. You wanna help me?
Yeah, I'm down. Let me know what you need.
So, today, I'll give you a thorough and in-depth review of how Frequencee works. By the end of the video, you'll have a clear and detailed understanding, and we'll give you live data to back everything up.
You should tell them what Frequencee is.
So Frequencee is a Euro-USD trading bot. It uses a combination of 3 strategies: scalping, hedging, and a careful martingale approach. Each position starts with opening up a 0.01 lot size, and then adjusts according to the market moving up or down. Now, I want to talk about the martingale part. It's not your typical martingale strategy. Instead, we adjust risk between 1.4 to 1.6 each time we open up a new trade. We do this to manage the market conditions, and it's all based off of news. So that's how we manage our risk and handle volatility. Now I want to talk about scalping. Scalping is all about those short, quick movements. The whole point is to enter and exit the market quickly, right? We often do so within a couple of minutes to a few hours, no more than 2. Our whole system runs on taking thousands of trades a year. As a matter of fact, one system that we'll talk about in this video has 80,000 trades with a 70% win ratio.
Yeah, I have a question.
Yeah?
Who's giving out this much return on investment?
Facts. Who is? The system has a third strategy. It's called hedging. It opens up a counter trade. It's not just random. It's based on market movement. It could be 20 pips, 30 pips, 40 pips. It's kind of how we manage risk and open new positions. Also, the larger the pip movement, the more likelihood we are to open up another trade. It's another way to manage risk. Keep in mind, this is a good time to mention that we only trade Euro-USD. Now, I'm gonna shower. You go to Karn.
And literally, it's only designed for Euro-USD. And Euro-USD doesn't trade like any other commodity or even crypto. We pretty much can handle every market condition based on time frames. When Euro-USD only moves about 20 to 40 pips, it's considered a slow news day. And on high news days, you can see an over 200 pip movement. And what our system goes ahead and does is it adjusts lot sizes and the take profit lines. If the market does decide to go one direction, then we adapt. And on high volume market conditions, we tend to reduce risk. Us reducing risk is basically just us reducing the amount of trades that are taken. These news days consist of interest rates, employment, unemployment, the GDP, inflation data, anything that can cause a 200 pip movement. So the biggest movement we experienced was in 2025. It was in April when we had the first initial tariff announcement. We had a 300 pip movement day, which led to a lot of pullbacks. And after about 12 hours, we made a bag. But we learn and we adapt from these unexpected or high news impact days to avoid going into extreme drawdown.
What's up, yo?
It's good.
So Karn and I put this webinar together because we've been jumping on so many calls. We've been getting a bunch of questions. So what we decided to do is put this all for you. Okay, this is a question that you can answer. Tell everyone why we don't backtest.
So we have backtested in the past, it's just not accurate. And the variables are always changing. Every time you run a backtest, you'll get different results.
What's your reason as to why we shouldn't use stop losses?
So I feel like stop losses are a tool, not really like a rule. Like, if anything, you get your accounts blown when there's liquidity grabs in the market.
Yeah.
So that's just why we removed stop losses.
I get this question a lot. How come we only do Euro-USD?
So Euro and USD are the 2 strongest currencies in the world.
Yeah.
They typically have the lowest spreads amongst all brokers in the forex space, and comparing them to other currencies, like they're not like they're it's choppy compared to just going one direction, which is obviously not going to work with our strategy.
But we have tested the bot on multiple currencies. We had, what was the New Zealand pair?
We had New Zealand USD, NZD USD.
And that was like whatever, right?
It wasn't consistent. It was very choppy.
Yeah, we always are trying to make improvements. That's kind of like the good thing with us. We learn from something from the past that's new data for the future, and we adapt to that.
I also personally think that Euro USD is not like a casino pair. Like, amongst all the currencies in the world, this has the most liquidity. The most money is traded on this pair.
Also, it
all
has,
banks.
Yeah, banks, hedge funds, corporates, central banks, they all use it.
Yeah.
He's gonna go over this right now. Actually, hold on. Let me show you quickly. So, the reason why I want to show you guys Exness is because we only work with a handful of brokers, and our EA is designed for MetaTrader 4 only. So, Exness is one of these brokers that kind of has the best performance dashboard out here. So, in this case, we have our initial equity, which is 550,000. Our current equity is almost close to $1 million. And you can see our system's almost taken $500,000 worth of trades. And these trades all average to a couple of minutes to less than, let's say, 2 hours. But if I was to show you our last 365 days, which is this, we have essentially, our goal is to double our port just to make sure that we're always in the green, because trading is a risk at the end of the day, which we have. And in the past 90 days, we've also have shown growth week after week. Same goes for the past 30 days. And you'll ask yourself, like, hey, how come you have random splurges? Like in this case, January 5th or January 20th. In April last year, 2025, we had the initial tariff announcements, but January 20th, which was a Tuesday, 2026, we initially had another form of news that we kind of haven't dealt with within the past years, which is trade war, or yet trade war directly with the EU. And that's kind of the splurge in volume. As you can see, we also survived. And the same goes for this. This is essentially that Tuesday day where our EA managed to make 56,000, which is 6%. And we managed to secure profits with minimal drawdown. And I believe the drawdown that we entered was what?
10%.
Yeah, like 10%,
Yeah.
11%. And then trades also closed out. And this one was essentially a little longer because you had almost, 300 pip movement?
Yeah, we had 300 pips.
Yeah, within 12 hours, I believe.
Yeah, it was like overnight 300 pips.
Yeah, and in the beginning of this video, I also mentioned that we have one system that took well over 80,000 trades, and that's this one, which I want to show you as well. So I'm going to zoom into Frequencee 1. So Frequencee 1 was our first initial account that we ever started on Exness, and we've managed to double it. And this is how Karn and I basically think. Now we're full porting this, and it's all profits. So past 30 days, we've done 13,000 with 3,500 trades. And the past year, because this is from January 2025 to January 2026, we've started with the equity of 150,000, 40,000 was our initial balance. And fast forward 1 year later, we managed to hit 185,000. And this is kind of like our prized possession that we like to show everyone, because we did it, we're in the clear, and our results speak for themselves. On average, each system or all these trades average out to a 70 to 30% win ratio, and then 70 minus 30 leaves you with your profits. Our goal is to always try to reset every month and go straight into getting 10%, but obviously we don't beat ourselves over it if we don't, because we know that, hey, we don't need to risk something to make 5,000 in a day when we can do it across 22 trading days. So yeah. But now that I've showed you guys Exodus, I've pretty much covered everything. So from the initial point of this video, I was going to tell you that we were going to go through live data, showing you guys results. We also went through the different strategies we use, how we use them, how we apply them, and the different risk management tools that we have. One of them mainly being that Euro USD works just off of news. And then we manage risk using that news. And when we're not certain, we don't trade, or we reduce the volume of trades.